interesting right there. There are two kinds of coaches. Those that are being sacked, those are waiting to be sacked. Is Kabir Dogo on the waiting list of the coaches to be sacked?
Kabir Dogo, we know he has the experience. He's managed, Plateau United. He has managed Lobby Stars. He's up there. Like, he has been in the league for a long period of time. For him to actually come out and make a complaint like this, I think it's bigger than the eye can meet. He said he's not in control of the dressing board. That most of the signings were not his signings, and I feel like maybe this is one of what has hampered his impact in the league this season. They've not been playing well. For them to have actually played a nil draw against newly promoted Doma United shows how much they are lacking in depth and the lack of quality they have in their side. I hope he can just go into a drawing board, work with his players, talk to them, let them know that okay, this is what we have on ground. If we don't perform better, we're going to get relegated to the lower leagues. And it's not only going to affect me, it's going to affect you as well. So everyone has to come together and make something work. Everyone has to come together and make something work right there. That's what. But in a quick twist, the coach has also reacted after his club dropped a point at home to Doma United. Some people said they escaped through the skin of their teeth because a good goal was scored by Doma United that was not given. But the coach has said, I'm not the problem. As Wiki Torres, that's coming from Kabir Dogo. He spoke after the match against Wiki Torres, against Doma United. He said he's not the problem. So who is the problem right now? That's the big question that is being posed to the management of Wiki Torres. If the coach could come back to say, I'm not the problem of Wiki Torres, results have not been going their way, it's not my fault. Whose fault is this? We all know that the problem of the club falls at the doorstep of when the teams are not performing, it falls at the doorstep of the coach. And Wiki Torres is not performing, but the coach is saying he is not the problem. I think we need to dig deep to really know who is the problem at Wiki Torres. But then again, you can actually not give him excuses at this point. I mean, your team is not doing well. You are the gaffer here. You should be in charge of this squad. You should make them play to their strength. You should grind that result from any possible angle. For you to actually come and try to distribute the blame to everybody else except yourself, I feel like he needs questions to answer. Well, you don't come again to say you are not the problem. I mean, you are the coach. Everyone is going to point hands at you, definitely. And if you are not the problem, of course, you have to list out what exactly the problems are. You tell the board, see, this is what we are facing. This is the problem we have on ground. But for you to just come out and say, I am not the problem, then who is the problem? You've not started well, you're not doing well, you're not playing well, your team is down there, at the relegation zone, and I don't think he can actually escape it. He needs to come out clean and tell everybody what is wrong and how to get things going. If not, if he doesn't get things right at this point, I'm sorry, he's going to get relegated. He's going to be relegated. How is it going to pan out at the end of the day? We are looking forward to this season. They are promising so much with the way and manner our clubs have been going about their business. They keep getting the job done. Clubs are recording away results that like it's never been done before. Or you want to put it that way, as if away wins are running out of circulation. Everybody wants to get their own pound of flesh before probably it stops circulating. Maybe the circumstances will be totally different. But we're looking forward to this season with already to see how it's going to pan out right there and still talking about it. Like I said, there are coaches waiting to be sacked in the NPFL. Another coach right now going through his own challenge is the technical crew of Kwara United. He has also been given a 2-match ultimatum to also do that. He's not the only one. That's why United has also been given the ultimatum to also get it. There's pressure everywhere. If you don't have your thinking cap, you may be punished at the end of the day. Kwara United, right now, they were pummeled by Yimba. 3 goals to nothing over the weekend. The ultimatum, it seems, is going to come to pass. I'm sorry for Kwara United. I think the coach is going to receive the stick. This is the team last season that qualified for the CAF competitions. I mean, they finished high. They did well last season. They went to CAF competition and lost abysmally in the playoff games. I mean, I feel like with the core players you have from last season coming into this season, you'll be experienced enough to be able to sustain any pressure and try to do well in this season. Build on your efforts from last season and get better this season. But right now, I don't see them picking any point because the morale in the team seems to be very low. They've not been taking point at all. I mean, this season they scored just 1 goal. They've not scored in 3 games. That is heartbreaking. That is disastrous. For you said I just played CAF preliminary stages. That is not even held. These are not a good representation. But on the positive side, this is an eye opener for the league. This is exactly what the league wants. Everybody should be on their toes. Team aiming to get better. A lot of teams were comfortable with playing these abysmal games, just being there comfortable doing nothing. And just hoping that the referee can help them. To win. I mean, in a league season where the winning team goes home with just 59 points, that is disastrous for a league season. Where you can actually pick out of like 120 points, you're picking 59 points to win a league season. That is not even nice for a league. This average league season has shown that teams can go out of their depth and squeeze out results from everywhere. And thank God for the new refereeing board we have right now, where the officiating has been very excellent. I mean, teams go anywhere and pick up points now, and it's really good. And no one comes to cry foul play except the game against Rivers United and Niger Tornadoes. But of course, the referee was dealt with almost immediately. So this is good going forward for our league.
Good going forward for our league. Talking about the way the leagues for a newly promoted side, Doma United, they also surprised the people with their performance after dropping points in their first match. They've been able to bounce back right now, and they almost got a win against Wiki Tories. They got the win against Dakar United. They got the win against Dakar United, and they also been able to pick a point away from home. Now they've been able to pick another point away from home. Talking about Doma United, it seems they are really punching above their weight. But that's the beauty of Nigeria Professional Football League. The way it has turned out this season, clubs are bringing with confidence as they are going away. Unlike in the past, where they had to rely on probably defensive formation just to get something out of the way they counter. But they realize if they get their thinking cap right with the right set of players, they will surely be able to go very far. We'll see how that pans out. So much been happening in Nigeria Professional Football League. I don't like stories. I like to keep you abreast with what's happening. That's why I'm taking you through highlights of some of the matches that went down over the weekend in the NPFL. You can't get it anywhere else. Global Sport will always go the extra mile because there's too much juice, too much sauce in the program. Let's take you through highlights of some of the major movements recorded over the weekend in the Nigeria Professional Football League.
Ayeluba. Can we be upstanding as we welcome Dele Ayeluba? He's an NPFL legend, Borough United legend, and an Eyimba legend. Dele Ayeluba.
Hey, mama, my good friend. They say, show me your friend, tell you how. Oh, my friend, I know fit deny. It was the good times we shared, never ever ever forget. I will never forget. Good times always go.
State leading other match officials, the referee for today's game, Tolu Usman break one from the State at the 2-3 orange jersey, white shorts, and
there's no shot on goal, and a two pass goes in. What does he do? And the flag goes up. Oh, possibly he's scared.
How much do you want it? Talking about the best of the Nigeria Professional Football League, keeping you abreast of that, letting you have a taste of everything. It's a variety, is the spice of life. And that's what you get on Global Sport. Take you the length and breadth of Nigeria as the club side are really enjoying themselves. And also you'll notice the standing ovation for Dele Ayenuba. He played for Ayenuba during the golden era. Now he's back many years later, over 2 decades, and still doing it.
That's beautiful. I mean, the recognition he has there. I mean, the fans love him, absolutely love him. He was, a hero in the CAF Champions League winning season, saved penalties in the shootout. I remember, the finals against Ismaili of Egypt. Of course, he was heroic performance. I was in Abuja. I was very little. I went to Abuja to actually watch the final game, the way they won, and it was beautiful. I mean, for them to actually welcome him this way, with this big recognition and that respect. I mean, it means that he's respected, he's loved in Eniba, and he can always come back anytime. That's really good for our Nigerian league. It's very, very amazing. Hopefully, some of our players who actually play their trade in Europe can, come to the Nigerian league to end their careers. Yeah. It's going to be really amazing.
Igalo said he's going to come back to Benin Insurance before he retires.
That would be beautiful to see. That would be really beautiful to see.
So less than 2 decades after he left Eimba, he's back again, but this time around with a different club, but he was given that standing ovation right there. Let me just run through results of all the matches played over the weekend in Nigeria Professional Football League Group A and B, as it all went down in different parts of Nigeria. You have the result right there on the screen with the result of matches where Benin Insurance got a 3-0 victory over Remo Stars. Kobe United and Nasarawa United set for a 1-0 draw. Akwa United and Plateau United also got a 1-0 victory over Plateau United. While Enyimba trashed Kwara United 3-0. Shooting Stars recorded a 1-0 victory over Academy Warriors. Dakada lost at home to Rivers United by 2-1. Sunshine Stars recorded a 1-0 victory over Abia Warriors. Wiki Tourist and Doma set for a 0-0 draw. Nigeria Tornadoes and Rangers set for a 0-0 draw. While Ruby Stars trashed Bayelsa United by 3-0. Moving away from the Nigeria Professional Football League result, let's take a look at the table. How the table looks like right now at this point in time. You have the table right here. Benin Insurance is topping with 12 points for 4 matches. That's 4 out of 4. Impressive. Followed by Remo Stars with 9 points for 4 matches. Enyimba is third with 7 points for 4 matches. Akwa United is fourth with 7 points for 4 matches. You have right there Shooting Stars, Plateau United, Academy Warriors, Gombe United, Kwara United, and also the last team right there on the log right there talking about Nasarawa United. It's going to be battle royale in this group.
Battle royale. I mean, look at the first 5 on the log. Amazing. First 4 on the log.
Yeah.
I mean, Benin Insurance on form. Remo United, of course, an amazing side to watch. Enyimba and Akwa United are breathing on their neck heavily.
Yeah.
I mean, it's good to actually see this side. Benin Insurance take up form. 4 maximum wins already in their row, and this is going to be really pivotal in deciding the qualifiers from this group as well. It's only 2 teams who actually go qualify from each group A and group B. They go to the ultimate Super Cup and the winner. So I mean, it's amazing. I don't even know who's going to be favorites to even qualify per se. I mean, these are actually early front runners. But of course, in the Nigerian league season, those who start well actually have an advantage. And coming from an average league season, I mean, it's going to be really, 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 really harmful. Yeah. I feel like Remo United are going to work on their errors in their previous game and bounce ahead in the forthcoming games. Enyimba and Akwa United, a bit shaky in their starts, but of course they pick up form, and I feel like these 2 teams are going to give them a run for their money.
Let's go to Group B. Talking about how the table looks like right now in Group B, where Rivers United is also impressive. They've not lost any matches, though they've dropped points. They are first on their table with 10 points. Following them is Lobe Stars with 9 points. Nigeria Tornadoes is third with 7 points. Abia Warriors is fourth with 6 points. Then we have Sunshine Stars, Doma United, Dakada, Bayelsa, Rangers, and Wiki Tourist right there. That's the waiting start. You can imagine a league where Rangers and Wiki Tourist will be last on the table. That's one thing about the Nigeria Professional Football League this season.
That is heartbreaking to see, especially for Rangers United. I mean, they are solid side, a team with pedigree and history. Won the league a couple of seasons ago, and for them to actually be languishing and second to the bottom of the log, it's heartbreaking to see. I hope they fix whatever mess they are into at the moment. Maybe getting a new coach who actually going to bring in new ideas, a new manager bounce, and put them on the run. I don't see them, winning the league this season. I think it's almost impossible.
Now they just be battling to ensure that
they just need to survive and get better from next season. It's quite obvious that United are levels above everybody in that region as of now. I mean, they've shown a little bit of consistency, and they've shown that they can go anywhere and take up points. The other teams in that in the league table, have to fight for the second position, I would say.
Okay, so much for what is happening in the Nigeria Professional Football League right here. I'm moving away from the NPFL. Now let's talk about the CHAN Nations Cup going down in Algeria, with some interesting results that got into the semi-final stage. A couple of countries fell by the wayside last night right there. But let's also let you know that at Champions 22, Niger through to semi-final after victory against Ghana. Talking about impressive display from Niger Republic.
Impressive display, impressive. Like, no one saw it coming. They qualified in the last game, with a late goal out of nothing, defeating the Ivory Coast. And somehow in the semi-finals, quarters against Ghana, they dismantled Ghana. Like, 3-1. That is humbling. It shows how much the African League is improving, because these are players from mainly the home-based league. But it's sad to see that they do not really have a side in the CAF competitions. Niger, like who